Today, we're going to be talking about AI agents, and I'm going to tell you something that will piss off every AI consultant and N8N template slinging bro out there. The reality is most businesses building AI agents are wasting their time and money. Hey, I'm Craig Hewitt, and over the past few years, I've been coaching founders like you, and I've watched dozens of companies blow through 6- and 7-figure budgets chasing AI agents that either break constantly or deliver mediocre results. Meanwhile, the companies that are actually winning with AI are doing something different. And here's what nobody tells you. AI agents are like jumping straight into the major leagues, while most companies honestly are in little league. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why that's a huge problem, what you should be doing instead, and the 3-step foundation every successful AI implementation actually starts with. Okay, look, I get it. AI agents sound incredible on paper. Augmented customer service, lead qualification that never sleeps, content creation at scale. Who doesn't want all this, honestly? But here's the reality. I've worked with more than 50 founders in the past 12 months, and every single one who jumped straight into agents hit the exact same wall. Overwhelming complexity, unpredictable costs, and results that barely move the needle. I love AI technology, but the reality is agents just aren't there yet for most companies. Meanwhile, founders who started with what I call foundational AI, which are like really well thought out Claude projects, refined GPT prompts, and systematic team training and adoption are the ones reclaiming 10, 15, 20 hours per week and building sustainable competitive advantages. Well, let's go back to the baseball analogy. You wouldn't take your kid straight from T-ball and put them into the World Series, would you? But it's exactly what most businesses are doing with AI. They're skipping all the fundamentals and wanting to go straight to the advanced stuff. Okay, let's break down why agents are kind of premature for a lot of businesses. Starting with the biggest issue, which is complexity. It's absolutely crushing. AI agents, despite what you see on LinkedIn with that lead magnet for that N8M template you just downloaded, are not plug and play. They're just not. They require a ton of deeply technical knowledge in AI, API frameworks, data pipelines, and integration architecture. A founder I work with just spent 3 months trying to get an AI agent to handle their customer service just to give up. And unless you have a dedicated AI team or a significant part of your technical team dedicated to this, and I mean people who live and breathe and really understand and believe in this stuff, you're going to be pulling your hair out as a CEO. And unless you have dedicated AI team members or technical parts of your team who can really devote significant time, effort, and energy to this, you're going to be pulling yourself out of CEO mode and into technical mode, which is not where you should be. Because you're a CEO, you're a founder, you should be doing things that make real business impact, not creating a bunch of technical burden for yourself. Okay, problem number 2 that I see is that the costs balloon without predictable ROI. Look, I think AI overall is a huge win from a financial perspective, but only if you get the ROI. I've seen implementation costs for agents run from $50,000 to $300,000 before companies even know if agents will work for their specific use case. Developer salaries, cloud computing, API calls, training data, endless iteration. It's going to break. It all adds up fast. And here's the kicker. Unlike traditional software where you can predict most of the outcomes, agents can be wildly unpredictable. Think about the most recent update from ChatGPT 4 to 5. Huge breaking for everyone who is moving to that new model, right? Can break the entire system overnight. You're out of CEO mode, you're in technical implement mode, not where you want to be. Okay, third is they break a lot. Tools like Claude Projects and Gemini Gems, ChatGPT's GPTs work really great because they work in isolation. You give them a bunch of context, they have a system prompt, and they generally give you the same output for the input you give them every time. But agents and automations have different context, have different knowledge, and it really seems very transient in the results that it's giving you. It just depends, and that's not what you want in business. I had a client whose lead qualification agent started telling prospects their prices were 40% lower than they actually were. Imagine being on a sales call and being like, your client's like, hey, your AI told me it was $3,000. No, bro, it's 10. What's going on here? And here's what really gets me. Most AI agents deliver inferior results compared with well-built custom solutions, GPTs, or projects. It's just true. Because what you can't do is call with an API or an agent a project or a GPT or a thing that you've seeded deeply with a lot of business context and knowledge. They're built and they're using broad models, not specific business needs. And so if this is a bit of a relief for you and you want to learn exactly how to build these foundational AI systems the right way, grab my free AI Accelerator course. Link is in the description below, and I break down the entire methodology step by step of how I implement foundational AI into businesses just like yours. And if you're saying like, cool, I'm going to stop chasing AI agents, what should I be doing instead? Let's talk about foundational AI. Think of it like building your little league skills first. You gotta master the fundamentals, then you can work your way up to the more advanced stuff. I'm not saying AI agents are bad. I'm saying for most businesses, they're just not ready for them. So step one is building bulletproof Claude projects and GPTs. And this is where you actually start winning. So create a handful of Claude projects or GPTs or gems, specifically for your most time-consuming tasks. These are typically things that require a ton of context and really specific prompts that you use over and over. Crafting emails, content creation, competitive analysis, proposal writing. The key is making them highly specific to your business. You will not, please, ever create a generic marketing assistant. You'll create a campaign strategist that knows our positioning, customer objections, and conversion metrics. I have one client who built a Claude project that handles all of their client onboarding communications. That's all they built it for. It saves them 8 hours a week and produces hugely better results than they can do manually. Step two is create a database of like battle-tested, refined prompts and share this with your team. Every great AI implementation starts with great prompts. It doesn't matter what tool you're using. But here's what most people get wrong. They use prompts once and then forget about them. Build a living database. When you find a prompt that works, document it. Put it into Notion, put it into Basecamp, put it wherever you want. I don't care. Document it, refine it, share it, make it reusable for your team. I'm talking about prompts for everything, from sales objection handling to technical documentation to customer research to strategic planning to email writing. One of my clients has a database of 47 prompts that almost everyone on their team uses daily. Everyone from founder, CEO, to junior marketing coordinator can access these proven, tested AI workflows and get massive value out of them. This is not just efficiency, it's a sustainable competitive advantage that you're going to need if you want your business to succeed into the future. And you know where I think a lot of folks drop the ball is they build these systems in isolation and they never properly onboard their teams. So your team members end up frustrated, the results suffer, leadership loses confidence in AI entirely, and you lose face with your team a little bit. Or instead, you could create like a systemic AI learning and adoption program. Start just with like AI literacy. Hey, help your team understand what AI can and cannot do. Then move to tactical training on the specific tools you're using. Recommend starting with just like 2 tools, right? Maybe Claude Projects for high-level strategic work and ChatGPT for tactical tasks. Get everyone fluent in those 2 before adding any complexity. Here's why the baseball analogy matters so much. In Little League, you learn the fundamentals. Hold the bat, position your feet, how to track the ball. These basics determine everything that comes later on. Foundational AI is your Little League. You're learning how to craft effective prompts, how to integrate AI into your existing workflows, how to train your team, and how to measure results. These fundamentals determine whether your advanced AI implementation, like agents, will succeed or fail. Most companies skip this phase entirely. They just want to go to the major leagues. Build complex agents, AI workflows, multi-step N8N garbage, right? And just like in baseball, when you skip the fundamentals, you're going to strike out. And here's the beautiful part though. Most companies that master foundational AI win with agents because they actually have done the work. They understand prompt engineering, context engineering, documentation, data workflows, APIs, and they know how to structure AIs to do the work for them. And now if you're like, Craig, this sounds great. I want the foundational AI tools. I want to be in Little League so I can advance to the major leagues later. You're in luck. I built a free 30-day email course that I call the AI Accelerator. Link is in the description below. Drop in your email, I'll send you an email every day for 30 days where I walk through not just like tools and process, but mindset, and foundational aspects to adopting AI into your business. I think you're going to love it. Links in the description below. Okay, but let's get really specific and tactical again. Here are the exact steps you can use to implement this into your business this week. Okay, number one is audit your biggest time drains. Look at your calendar from the past month. What activities are you doing repeatedly that feel automatable? Email responses, content creation, research, analysis. Just write them down. Next, build your first Claude project or GPT. It doesn't matter. Pick the biggest time drain from your first part and create this project specifically for that task. Be obsessively specific about your context, your desired outputs, and your success criteria. Week 3, test and refine. Use your Claude project for every instance of that task from the first part. Document what works, what doesn't, and how you can improve the prompts and iterate. And then part 4 is train a team member. Bring one other person into your Claude project or GPT. Teach them how to use it, get their feedback, and refine the system. Do this for 3 months, and you'll have more practical AI capabilities than 90% of 6- and 7-figure businesses out there. Do this for 3 months, and I guarantee you'll have more practical AI capabilities than 90% of companies with 6-figure AI agent budgets. This entire process is what I teach inside the AI Accelerator. And if you want to accelerate this timeline and avoid the common mistakes, grab the free email course below. Look, I'm not saying AI agents are bad. They're incredibly powerful when implemented correctly, but timing matters in business. Jump into AI agents too early and you'll waste months and thousands of dollars building something that barely works. Master these foundational AI aspects first, and then you'll be able to build agents later, and they'll be game changers for your business, right? Back to the baseball analogy. Every major league player started in Little League. The companies that win with AI today aren't the ones with the most complex systems. They're the ones who've mastered the fundamental first and build from there. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, check out this video on the 12 areas of Google's AI ecosystem that I think all of us need to be aware of and adopt into our business.